Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Lost Odyssey. In the last episode we looted the inside of the abandoned apartment, which is that elevator you see to the right. And we made a little bit of money at the casino. And now that we have gotten all the items we can up to this point, we are going to progress through the story. So go ahead and head south from the save point until you come to an elevator on the left that you can enter. And ride this back to Middletown. And then head back west and then north. Now notice this elevator over here on the west hand side of Middletown. Go ahead and board that. And we now arrive at Ghotza Station waiting room. So whenever you enter, probe 2 pots. The first one contains 5 wheat stones, and the second one contains a seed. Now I'm going to give you guys some advice. The party is going to be splitting for a while, which means we are not going to all be together like this for a while. So if you guys need to do any level grinding or anything like that, I would highly recommend doing it now before proceeding any further. It doesn't have to be too much of a level boost like I did, but it would be good to get to around level 40, and you'll be pretty much ahead of the game if you're at level 40 with everybody. But with that aside, go ahead and try to enter.
Excuse me. You must have valid citizen IDs to enter.
What? You mean you can't even come up on the platform? I want to talk to the manager.
No. Foreign nationals may not enter the station. Your identity card is your ticket.
Well, you heard the man.
Well, that's that. We're not getting in.
And access denied. So go ahead and get back on the elevator. Now back up at Middletown. This is your last chance to do anything you need to. And if you're confident, go ahead and head north for a scene.
No, vote first. I count as 2 points because I could die. You guys are immortal. So everyone who wants to back up. I think that's mine.
You don't suppose that was...
I do. I have to leave you all for a while. There's some business I have to attend to.
Business? Need a partner?
I'm coming
I'm
with you.
available.
I can handle this myself.
It concerns me too.
All right.
Excuse us. Please, go on ahead without us.
What was that all about?
Oh, you know, they just got together after a long separation. Unlike you, most women don't kick people. They like to be together and share warmth and company and caress one another. And I... Ow! See? Proved my point.
Kaim's whole demeanor changed when he saw that coin.
Maybe he collects them.
It's just like it flies or something. Neato! Whoa! I have never seen. Hey! Can we go? Look at that!
What? I don't know. What is it?
It's the royal carriage. We don't have anything like that in Numara.
Can we? We won't leave the town, please.
It seems dangerous to me.
Yeah, you're the dangerous one. I think it's safe enough, kids. Yeah, you know, I wanted to hop on it too the first time I saw it. Yeah, don't push any buttons, because I did that once.
And don't leave the town. We won't, don't worry.
It is the first time they've been on these streets. Man, you know, they could get into trouble. I don't know if that... Maybe I should go... Wait a minute. What am I doing? I'm worried about a couple of kids. Something's wrong with me.
Alright, so after everyone splits up, you'll be Seth. Go ahead and board the elevator. Now you'll be in Hightown. So go ahead and head right for a scene.
Halt! Identify yourself. Show your citizen IDs.
You know, this wasn't on the brochure. Now, I'm not taking a cruise anymore. You know, they always never tell you the fine print stuff.
This is Queen Ming of Numara.
What? Sara?
She's a queen, you know? Off with your heads. Ring a bell, huh?
And, I wasn't notified about this. If you're the Queen of Numara, why are you coming to our country so informally? These people don't look like much of an escort.
Huh? It's okay, it's fine.
Yeah, we're traveling incognito. Yeah, that's undercover. Hush, hush. Odd things have been happening in Numara. You know, people losing their clothes and stuff. Her Majesty felt it was her duty to come outside and do some research. You know, so be a pal. Try and help us out, you know, with this. Are you a spy, by the way?
Regulations are regulations, and there's no proof she's the Queen of Numara.
Ooh, proof. Yeah.
Proof I can furnish. Even a foot soldier such as yourself should recognize the crest of the Royal House of Numara. The glowing pendant on the Queen's chest.
Hey! What?
Whoa, whoa, hey! You can't do that! You're a queen!
Yeah! I agree with you finally. Yeah, there's gotta be a better way. Whoa, that's a very...
It can't be.
Wow. You know, you think you know someone? Nice surprise.
My sincerest apologies, Your Highness. You are without a doubt the Queen of Numara. You are most welcome to enter.
Thank you, officer. Well, that was a daring thing to do. It was for everyone's sake.
Yeah. That was good.
So after the scene, you will be on the other side of the gate of the Hightown. Go ahead and continue up the stairs to enter the castle. You're gonna have to talk to one of the guards. And then talking to them will grant you access to the palace. And go ahead and run up the stairs for another scene.
What's this? How are we supposed to see the king?
Yeah, you know, we're not even sure if he's up there or not. I mean, looks like a maid.
Your Majesty is most kind to receive me on short notice. I am Ming, Queen of Numara. I have a most urgent favor to request.
You must have gone to considerable trouble to visit me, Queen Ming. It was my understanding, however, that your country preferred to remain isolated from its neighbors. I find it curious that you are here unannounced, with no fanfare, and accompanied by persons of uncertain character.
You have every reason to be wary, Your Majesty. It was necessary, however, for me to use such unorthodox methods. I beg your patience and ask that you hear my request.
Certainly, my dear Queen. However, I must verify that you are who you claim to be. I am aware that you demonstrated at the castle gates that you bear the glowing birthmarks of the royal house of Numara. However, in these times when magic energy is everywhere around us, it would be a simple matter to have such marks artificially added.
What are you implying, Your Majesty? You doubt her word?
Something smells fishy here, and it's not me.
Very well. In the interest of diplomacy, I shall once again demonstrate the sigil of my rank.
Your cooperation is appreciated. However, I will need a bit more proof.
Understood.
I have heard that the Queen of Numara is a capable sorcerer. If that is true, you should be able to reach me by breaching these barriers, yes?
Wait a minute, let me get in front. I'll guard you.
It's all right, Jensen. Your Majesty, I will now approach the throne.
Alright, so now after the scene, you'll be in control of Ming. Just simply walk up to the barrier and press A to destroy it. And some of them will regenerate, which means you have to destroy them again.
Excellent.
Well, this isn't working.
He's toying with her. Your Majesty, there is no time for such sport. We don't have much time.
And after all the barriers are out of the way, approach the king for a scene.
Hey, what's happening? There are no more barriers. Did it break? Somebody, do something about this quick!
What is his problem?
The barriers were emanating from the throne.
Even if you are the King of Ghotza, how dare you behave in such a manner?
Please stay back! I had nothing to do with it! Nothing!
You're not the king. No, not the king at all.
And when you approach the throne, you will find out that that was not really the King of Ghotza, but somebody just impersonating him. And the control should switch to Kime and Sara, who's following the old guy in the cloak. So go ahead and head into the abandoned apartment, the one with all the floors that we looted earlier. Step on the elevator and choose the 7th floor. And once you are on the 7th floor of the abandoned apartment, go ahead and run around and enter the north door. From here, walk north and enter the next door for a scene.
I knew it was you.
Mars! I mean, Your Majesty.
Kaim, Sara, it's been so many years. You're still as lovely as ever, Sara.
Thank you. And you're still as charming as ever, Your Majesty. Why did you bring us here? Why the disguise?
This was the only way I could find to spend a few quiet moments with you. It's not widespread knowledge yet, but word is out that you've abducted the Queen of Numara. Would you mind explaining what's going on?
The Queen is with us.
Then it's true you abducted her?
She's one of us. But it would take too long to explain.
One of you?
Yes, a fellow immortal.
So the Queen who's been said to rule for 1,000 years is in fact immortal?
I consider you to be one of us too.
Even though I'm not immortal?
Not as an immortal, but as one who cares for this world.
To think that beings from another world should be the ones to teach me about love for my own world. Has it really been 50 years since we first met?
Yes, I remember.
Yes.
You have that memory?
No, my journals. You were just 20 then, weren't you?
I was certainly naive then, to go off as I did. I doubted that my inexperienced body and spirit would be equal to the demands and responsibilities of the kingship that I must one day inherit, let alone the challenges of defending my kingdom. And I wandered the world alone in search of an answer. I'd been pampered by court life, and thus I was unprepared for the demands of the journey. Perhaps I was hoping for hardship, hoping that in testing myself, I would find the strength to seek some answers.
Hang on. It was Kaim who found you and rescued you.
You and Kaim were already wed by then. I was jealous. Not only were you immortal, but you also had a bride who would herself be beautiful forever.
But that experience changed you. And through your journey, you found your answer.
Yes.
You'll put your life on the line to protect what you love. A truth that is as significant as it is simple. That was when you discovered it for yourself.
Oh, I remember what you told me, Kaim. Love your kingdom as you love Sara.
Yes, you fear for the things you try to protect, and it is a fear you become accustomed to.
Thank you. That's not the important thing. What matters is knowing that nothing lasts forever. Knowing that something isn't eternal makes it more precious to you. It makes it worth fighting for. Words are unnecessary. What matters is love, and the will to fight for what you love.
This belongs to you.
Those words were first expressed by one of this world's ancient philosophers. His thoughts live on, even though people and history may change. The words engraved on that coin are the truth. That's why I gave it to you. I wanted you to read that, if you were ever uncertain of what to do.
Truth? Yes, these words certainly contain a truth by which one may live. Unlike you, however, I have learned through dedicating myself to the welfare of my people the impossibility of governing the world through truth alone.
You've changed.
We, the people native to this world, are different from you immortals. This truth is the most beautiful and significant to immortals such as yourselves. We mortals, however, have but a finite amount of time. Our options, like our lives, are also limited. And I have learned that sometimes one has to adopt less than ideal means to achieve ideal ends. Facts and reality sometimes demand that we take steps that contradict that very beautiful truth.
The world always holds such contradictions.
Gaim, Sara, I have a favor to ask, now that you know my conflicted, contradictory nature. I will shortly be meeting in secret with King Tolten to discuss what can be done to avoid war, given the strained relations between our countries. He and I will consult between ourselves to avoid any interference from various vested interests on our respective sides.
You struggle to achieve your ideals, even while wrapped in contradictions.
So to speak. And I would like both of you to be present when I meet with King Tolten.
Why?
The young king and I will be struggling with the divide between truth, reality, and fact. I want your advice, given your perspective as immortals. And if we still can't find common ground and opt for war, then I ask that you not interfere.
That part of you hasn't changed. You're suffering from having to confront an immutable reality that you cannot escape. You're every bit the man you were when we last met.
You're too kind, Sara.
There is one thing. When King Tolten arrives, tell him that his court advisor Gongora is himself an immortal, and he's using his power to try to seize control of your entire world.
What?
Remember this fact, old friend, when faced with your decision.
Queen Ming of Numara is with us. What would you say to having her attend the meeting as well? In addition, we have a favor to ask of you, too.
We need to get to Uhra. For that, we need a ship capable of traversing the hypercurrents.
Very well.
We'll bring the Queen along. I'll see you at the meeting.
Alright, so after the scenes unfold, you'll learn that there's going to be a meeting between the King of Ghotza and the King of Uhra, Tolten. And then the control will switch over to the two kids, Cooke and Mack. And they will have snuck behind the place we couldn't go earlier, by the train station. So whenever you get control of Mac, just go ahead and run a little bit north to find a save point and save your game. And that's going to conclude this episode of Lost Odyssey. And we'll pick up from where we left off on the next episode and try and get the things moving. because we got a bunch of scenes we're going to be watching next. So we're going to get it done. See you guys next time.